All right, should be live now. Get the video shared around here. So it's Cryptober day 9. And draw the Crosswick monster. It's another Ohio-based cryptid. I'm going to say it's somewhere down towards Cincinnati area, if I remember correctly, where the Crosswick was. Trying to get the video shared out here. All right, these guys shared out a few times. So get to sketching here. So let me share the Twitch real quick and we should be good to go. Maybe. Doesn't want to cooperate. All right. So anybody that maybe hasn't joined in the last few days since I've been doing the Cryptober stuff, it's all to tie in with our new Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids and Other Creatures that we're launching tonight on Kickstarter. This is the first edition. We're launching a brand new version. It's going to be 64 pages, full color, perfect bound, the whole works. So we are gearing up for that tonight. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, Steph and I are going to go live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube to kick off the launch of the Kickstarter. Andre's in the house, says hola, or aloha, excuse me. It's being all festive and islandy today. Let's see if I can get this shared over to the comments here. The turtle was actually Jay Fife. I'll bring that back up here so you can see it. So when we did the first edition of the book, we tried to keep everything geared towards Ohio. Let's see if I can get this in here and see if, I don't know if it'll focus too great. This will be in the new edition of the book. But Jay Fife did this amazing turtle sketch. I've actually got the original floating around upstairs. So Jay did that for the first version. Like I said, we're using it in the new version. We were trying to keep everything Ohio based when we did it the first go around. So we just called it the giant turtle, and it's based on the beast of Busco, whatever the proper pronunciation is, which is in Indiana. But we're gonna change up the story and make it more of the traditional beast of Busco, and however the heck you say it. And kind of go with that mythology to make it fit in our story. We've done a couple of those in this book. Jay Fife does not mess around, not at all. He's got some killer pieces in the new book, and I totally forgot to get a hold of him last night and let him know what we still needed. He was offering up to do a new piece. But he's got I think got 3 pieces in there total right now, and he was offering up to do another one, but had a long night of wrapping up all the Kickstarter prep. Good morning, Albert. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in and joining. All right, so this Crosswick monster, I'm gonna draw him like coming up out of the swamp or whatever here. All right. So what? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow I might have a different schedule for the morning. I'm not positive yet. It's just gonna kind of have to see what time I get back from dropping Indy off to the groomer. I do anticipate trying to be back and be on here at 10 a.m., but see what traffic's like and stuff in the morning. Morning, Aaron. Thanks for joining in. All right, riffing in all this stuff for this Crosswick monster. Anybody's got any questions, want to talk cryptids, any of that stuff, feel free to chime in the comments or the chat there. Our Kickstarter is launching tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. I shared the link in the comments in the chat there for everybody. If you want to go hit the notify me on launch, you'll get, I believe you get an email saying that we're live and the Kickstarter's up and running. And I'll show off the old book here towards the end of the stream and give everybody a little taste of the previous edition. So I gotta admit, the Crosswick monster is relatively new to me. I was doing some research for this book and came across a link to I think it was like the top 11 cryptids in Ohio, and this guy was on the list, and it was something I'd not heard of until seeing that list that day. So I decided to add him to the book. So is this guy a Bigfoot snake hybrid, like lizard in the Spideyverse? I don't know. I don't think he's big and hairy like the Bigfoot. I think he's straight up like a lizard man, if I remember correctly. Lives in a Swamp Creek area down by Cincinnati, so southern Ohio, or towards southern Ohio, I should say. I can't remember exactly where Crosswick is. I just know it was down that direction. Not too much on Google on this. No, there's not. Like I said, this one, as far as I could tell, is pretty much in Ohio, born, bred, raised, whatever. And I like I said, never heard of it until doing a little bit of research and this article popped up. So I just got a little bit that I can go off based on that. And there's a phone call. Aaron says, not going to lie, that's pretty freaky. All right. Well, I'm doing my job then. Andre, pick it up. It might be important. No, it's my dad butt dialing me. Yeah. Was it last Thanksgiving? My folks came down to visit, and there's a Verizon store right close to our house, and we've been sharing a phone plan with them for, I don't know, last couple of years, something like that. Because it just made it easier on them, because they were paying for their two phones with very limited service and stuff. They were paying almost as much as we were for a heck of a lot more, and we got a really good deal with combining our services and whatnot. And so they came down last year. It was like my dad still had an old school 2G flip phone that they were telling us they were getting rid of. So we had to make a switch and get him something that actually ran on 3G. And let's just say it was a interesting weekend once he got a new phone and was trying to figure it out. And he's still messing around with it, trying to figure out how to use it and so on and so forth. So every so often I get a random phone call because he bumps my contact information when he's doing something else. All right, so getting some details worked in on the Crosswick monster here, and these little sketches that I'm doing for Cryptober. There's a package in the Kickstarter campaign where you can get a copy of the new book and one of these 6x9 sketches randomly inserted into your rewards level. So keep an eye out for it to launch tonight if you're so inclined. Tell your friends. Invite them over to the campaign. Share the links. All that stuff. Every little bit helps. We've got a ton of stretch goals planned for this thing, so we'd love to get those out to everybody. So if anybody out there might be unfamiliar with Kickstarter, once we hit our funding goal, anything we make beyond that, we start adding on stretch goals, meaning basically you get free stuff for whatever your pledge is. So for example, just to make math easy, if you pledge $20 to get the book and some prints or what have you, and then we start unlocking stretch goals, now you just start getting free goodies like these cool stickers and these cool charms dropped into your package for free, just because we've got more people coming and backing and supporting the Kickstarter. So the more word gets out, the more people that back it, the more stuff you get added to your rewards levels. So we're doing our best to spread the word right now, letting everybody know it's launching tonight. We're going to be going live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube to kick it off. Have a little introductory event this evening. We've got all sorts of beautiful looking artwork from all of our friends, like Andre, who's here in the comments. Andre's done a couple of glorious pieces for us, including this this fairy that we turned into a holofoil sticker. So if we hit one of those stretch goals, you could be getting one of those stickers. We got, and I already mentioned Jay Fife has done a handful of pieces. Jalen Warner. Let's see, who else do we have on the list? Rodney Fike has done a few pieces for us. Rodney's even going to write some stuff. Geez, you think I'd be better at this with 16 people having contributed stuff. Jamie Snell has done like 8 different pieces for us. Jamie Snell's going to have his own, basically like his own reward level, because stuff is just too good to pass up. So you'll be able to get prints of a lot of his work, as well as getting a copy of the book, things like that. And again, if anybody's new to the whole Kickstarter thing, you know, we go live tonight. We launch the campaign, and you'll be able to back it, support it. But the cool thing about Kickstarter is your card doesn't get charged until the project is done. So you won't get a charge on your credit card or, you know, whatever account you use until November, until the campaign ends. So gives you plenty of time if you know, if you're maybe waiting for a paycheck to come in, those kind of things, whatever. Andre, you have mail. I don't know. I missed it. Did it go off? It's probably the notification thing on the computer telling me that somebody did something on Facebook or somebody added something to YouTube. I don't know why the computer goes off for every single one of those. I don't know how swamp-like the areas this guy's from, but going all out and trying to make it very swamp-looking here. Well, looks like we got a few new folks in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Drawing the Crosswick monster here for Cryptober. These are my daily sketches for the month of October. Ties into our Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids and Other Creatures, which is launching on Kickstarter tonight. And there's another ding for everybody. I'm gonna after I do this at 11 a.m., I'm going to be going live with Sean DN. We're going to be live on YouTube and Facebook, I believe. Going to be talking about the Kickstarter. And there's Dre tuning in over on the Twitch. Aaron, yeah, Ohio actually is northwest Ohio, where I grew up, was all one giant swamp back in the hell up until like I'm gonna say even like the early 1900s, especially where I grew up. They have to carve out these giant ditches, and I mean giant. Like if you drive into one, it's gonna swallow your car whole. In order to keep the area somewhat dry, because it's completely flat. Like there's, if there's some hills, they're basically like man-made. There's nothing in the area that's all that intriguing other than just giant flat spaces of land for crops and whatnot. So, yeah. Now, when you go down south, I mean, I know there are swamps and stuff. I don't know as much about them because I'm not as familiar with the area. But yeah, like I said, where I grew up, like the whole area was just one giant swamp. It's the black. I know it's called the Black Swamp. I want to say maybe the Great Black Swamp. I can't remember, but pretty much if you're at all familiar with Ohio, like the entire Toledo area down into Bowling Green, Findlay area, stretching out into where I grew up in Genoa, which is heading east into, like if you were to go from Toledo and head into like Sandusky area, like that whole area was just swamp. And they realized that made very fertile soil, so they turned it into farmland. Beyond that, I don't remember much of the history. I just know because of like the giant drainage ditches that they had all over where I grew up, when they were naming the village, the person that came up with the name originally wanted to name it Venice, after Venice, Italy, but something got mixed up, confused, whatever, when they finally went to put all the stuff on record as the naming it. And the story that one of my science teachers told was, we forgot the name. We just know it was a town in Italy. Oh, Genoa. We'll go with that. But yeah, these giant ditches and whatnot reminded them of the canals and whatnot in Venice there, because like I said, they will swallow a car whole with no problem. It's really interesting, especially when you're learning to drive and you're driving a giant old car, and you're just a foot away from going right off into one of these things. All right. Well, here is the Crosswick monster. Again, everybody that's tuned in, if you didn't catch it earlier, we'll be going live again tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Steph and I are going to talk about the Kickstarter, go over some of the packages, show off some artwork, all sorts of fun and crazy stuff. So come join us. I shared the link over on my Facebook page. All right, Andre's got something for us here. Then in the late 19th century, Alexander Ferdinand Godefroy invented the hairdryer, and the U.S. government thought it was a great tool for military use. So they ordered an obscene amount of dryers. Unfortunately, they were of no use to the military, so they decided to test them for agricultural purposes and dried up some of the southern Ohio swamps. There you go. Again, we learn something new every day. Who knew a Canadian could have this much resources on the United States and Ohio? And hey, I saw the article and I shared it with Rodney this morning. there's a documentary out on video on demand services. I don't know which one's exactly called. It's called the Phenomenon. It's all about how the U.S. has been covering up UFOs, and it's actually backed by Harry Reid, one of the U.S. senators. So I'm definitely going to be checking that out. It's definitely going to be some research for some upcoming books. Andre says hashtag truth, or if you're a Cobra Kai fan, hash brown truth. All right, I think I'm going to call the Crosswick Monster done there. So again, these sketches, they'll be available in one of the Kickstarter packages. You get to check that out tonight when the project goes live. So if you haven't yet, head on over to Kickstarter. I'm going to share the link again for anybody that's just tuning in. Going live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can go click on the notify at launch button, get an email or some sort of notification when we go live tonight. Let's see. Where can I find that documentary again? It's on video on demand. It's just called The Phenomenon. If you search for it, should pop up. I'm assuming everybody's going to have it, you know, YouTube, Vudu, all that stuff. Not YouTube, Amazon. Sorry, Amazon, Vudu, places like that will probably have it where you can rent it for, you know, $5 or whatever they're going for now. And yes, Cobra Kai for life. And Andre, thank you. So here's the original book. Keep this guy over here. So this is the original field guide. We'll show this off a bit more again tonight. So the original field guide, it is Scarlett's journal. So it's her keeping track of all the monsters. So what we've done is we've added a lot more artwork. We've more than almost doubled the size of this. This is 33 pages. We went for 64 in the new book, and we might add on some more if we hit some of those stretch goals, because I definitely got some more ideas. And everybody that's contributed artwork has been just incredibly gracious and sent us way more stuff than we anticipated. So the book is going to be just filled to the brim with stuff. So I think everybody's really going to dig it. And everything that everybody sent us just looks amazing. So you can get to scope out some more previews tonight. I've posted a handful of them over on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, so you can follow all those accounts, check out some of the pieces. And then you'll be seeing a whole lot more in the next coming days, because over the next 30 days, I'll be, you know, sharing all sorts of stuff from the campaign, so everybody can go check it out. So there's all that good stuff on the Kickstarter. And then Thursday and Friday, don't forget to join Rodney Fike and I for Thursday Night Throwdown, Friday Night Draw. We're going to be doing Serial Monsters on Thursday night. So don't forget to go over and join our group in Facebook and vote on which serial monsters you want us to draw. Friday nights, I don't remember the schedule. So let me see if I can pull it up quick without it being a giant pain. And I can fill everybody in. Let's see if it works. If it loads. Where's our calendar? Of course, the calendar is not easily accessible because Rodney and I post way too much stuff in here. Friday is going to be Universal Monsters. Yeah, Frankenstein versus the Wolfman on Friday. So that'll be a lot of fun. So here's a link to our group. Go join it. Go in and vote. Tell us which serial monsters to draw Thursday night. And then Friday, we're going to draw Frankenstein versus the Wolfman. So come hang out with us, talk nerdy. Maybe Rodney and I can figure out some time we can watch some of this Phenomenon documentary and talk some more UFOs. But all right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate everybody being here and hanging out. And tomorrow, time may be a little bit different than 10 a.m. If it is, I will make some posts in the morning to try to keep everybody updated if I can. But otherwise, I'll be back here drawing another cryptid for Cryptober. And then, again, join us tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube talking about the Kickstarter. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the day, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one.